everybody. This is Hank Zona, The Grapes UnWrapped. I'm back in the New York groove today, coming to you from high atop New York City. We're going to take a little tour of New York City today, while I give you a tour of some of the wine regions in New York. My experience at New York wine, outside of the homemade stuff being made in the driveways in my old neighborhood in Staten Island, was in the Finger Lakes, back when I went to Cornell, pretty deep into the last century. Back then you had maybe one or two wineries making really good quality wines, and they were really not distributed outside that area. Today you've got a lot of winemakers like Ryan Michael, great young winemaker, whose wines are sought after from some of the best shops and some of the best restaurants in the New York metropolitan area. We're going to go take a little tour. We're going to head downstairs, head over to Brooklyn. We'll catch you soon. So one time, if somebody had told me that they make really good wines in New York State, I would have said, "You got to be kidding me. Forget about it. You're trying to sell me the Brooklyn Bridge." Speaking of the Brooklyn Bridge, here we are right now on the Brooklyn Bridge. We're just back from Red Hook Winery, which is a really cool project. And this wine is a Sauvignon Blanc. The grapes are grown out at Macari Vineyard, another really cool place out in the North Fork, Long Island, which has really exploded and has made some great quality wines out there. This is a orange wine, which means that it is a white wine that's been aged on the skins. This is made from the Sauvignon Blanc grape. This is also a pretty hip thing right now. So I think it's a good wine to kind of give you an idea of what's happening right now in Brooklyn. We're going to hop down to the subway and head up to Central Park, to Strawberry Fields, which is a tribute to John Lennon. And we're going to head up to Yankee Stadium, where real baseball is being played. Before we go though, we're going to stop here at Strawberry Fields, take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a respite before the craziness of the ballpark. I picked out this wine from Wolfer Estates. It's called Summer in a Bottle, and I just thought that motif is beautiful, this wine is beautiful. Kind of goes with this really great natural setting here. I'm a big music fan, and I think wine goes great with music too. So we're going to have a sip here, think about John Lennon, and then hop that subway up to the stadium. I'm on the subway platform, getting ready to go up to the stadium. That's Yankee Stadium if you weren't sure. We're going to go see some real baseball. If I want to take Metro North though, all the way up into the Hudson Valley, I'd come across another historic winemaking region. And probably the winery that represents that region best is Millbrook Winery, owned by John Dyson. John has done not just a lot for winemaking from a qualitative perspective, but also from an economic perspective as well. They've been a real champion advocate for New York State wines and New York State business in general. This is their Cabernet Franc, a wine that, not just a winery, but a grape that should be on a lot of people's radars as well. Great food wine, something I find myself drinking more and more of. We're not going up to the Hudson Valley though. We're hopping on the subway. Next stop, 161st Street, Yankee Stadium. Since I was a kid, I always dreamed about patrolling the outfield at Yankee Stadium. Never thought I would do it with a bottle in my hand though. So here we are in the outfield at Yankee Stadium. We've highlighted some really great wineries and some great wine regions. But one of the other things that's gotten to be really popular, you know, it's not gotten to be popular, this is something that goes back to colonial times in New York State, are ciders. And one of the best wineries in New York State, Shin Vineyards out of Shin Estates out in the North Fork, makes this great pear cider. And we're going to stop and we're at the ballpark. We're going to have a hot dog with this, so I thought it would be nice. I usually might grab a Riesling. New York State's also really well known right now for making some fantastic Rieslings, but I thought this pear cider might be a nice departure, a little bit of a break here. So it's been a great day traveling around New York City, traveling around New York State, and trying different wines from different places. And what better place to end it all but right here at home plate with a hot dog. So I'm going to enjoy that with this pear cider from Shin Estates out in the North Fork. I want to thank you again for taking this trip with me through the boroughs and through the state. Join me next time on The Grapes Unwrapped when we get to know wine. Have a great baseball season, whoever you root for, except for a couple of teams that I can think of. Cheers.